Consider the following data. You are given 15 data points. With those data points, we want to find the mean, median, 25th percentile, 75th percentile, minimum, maximum, range, and mode. So we're going to talk about each one of these individually, pretty much in order. So first, the mean. Remember that the mean is the average, right? So we want to first add all of these numbers together. So when you add them all together, you should get a total of 1,118. And to find the average, we divide by 15 because there are 15 numbers. So the sum on top divided by the total number of data points, and that gives us our mean of 74.53. Now I rounded to the nearest hundredth. I don't have directions on here, so you want to make sure that you're paying attention to rounding rules. But that's how we get the mean. Now, when we go on to the median, the 25th and the 75th percentile, our first step is we need to write these numbers in order least to greatest. So I'm going to give myself kind of a block, and I'm going to write them over here. I don't have a whole lot of room, so I'm going to have to put them in a couple rows, but order of least to greatest. So 68, 69, 70, 71, 75. Timeout. I'm going to type these because I think it'll be easier. Timeout. Okay, sorry about that. So I have them in order least to greatest. And when you reorder them, you always want to count them to make sure, I started with 15 numbers. Do I still have 15 numbers? Because if you end up miscounting, that can really cause issues. So first, to find the median is the number in the middle. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. I call it the slash method. And that's simply, you take one off the top and the bottom, and then you take another one off top and the bottom, and you work your way in because you're trying to find the number in the middle. Now you will see 75 is directly the number in the middle. Let's make it orange. So our median now at this point is 75. So we're going to use this same list of numbers to find the 25th and the 75th percentile. If you think about percentiles, in this case, percentile, remember, is out of 100. And if we're talking about the median's in the middle, that is really the 50th percentile, because it's the number directly in the middle. Well, the 25th percentile, 25 is half of 50. So to find the 25th percentile, you're looking at the median of this front half of numbers. And you'll notice, because we slashed through 75, 75 is not considered part of the first half because I cut through it directly. So I'm just looking at the numbers circled in blue, and again, I then go to the slash method. Top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, and 68 is the median of the front half. So my 25th percentile is 68. Now similarly, we go to the upper half, because between 50 and then 100, is over here. Halfway between 50 and 100 is 75. So I'm looking for the median of the top half. So again, the slash method. And you'll notice 82 is the median of the upper half. And when you look at this is something I always try to point out. Notice between my vertical lines here, if you look between them, there are 3 numbers here. There are 3 numbers here. There are 3 numbers here and 3 numbers here. That will always be true when you do the median, 25th, and 75th percentile, because it splits it up into 4 equal parts. Okay? All right, now we're going to use that same data set, this one that we have here, to do the next page. So we have that same list of numbers ordered least to greatest. And again, always double check to make sure you have the same number of numbers in your list, because if you drop one, it's going to change all of your data. So as we work through these last 4 pieces, the minimum is the smallest number. So if you have them in order least to greatest, that's not bad, right? So my minimum is 65. Maximum is my biggest number, so 86, right? Those aren't too bad. Now the range we find by finding the difference between the biggest number and the smallest number. So if 86 is my maximum and 65 is my minimum, then my range is 21. I simply subtract the two. The mode is the number that appears most often. So that's kind of how I remember it. Mode, most. You got the MO going on. So as you look through your data set, 65 is there once. You get to 75 and there are 2 of them. Everything else is just there once. So since 75 appears the most often, the mode is 75. It is possible that you will have no mode. That happens when all the numbers are there the same amount of times, or more than 3. So if we had 3 numbers that were each there twice, or more than that, we would say there is no mode. But in this case, 75 is there twice, so we have 75 as our mode.